Welcome back to Ozarks Tonight. Well, many of you in the Ozarks might remember the Jerry Lewis Telethon. It aired on our sister station Color 10 for 42 years on Labor Day weekend, and it was really a tradition to raise money for MDA research. The Telethon is no longer around, but the cause is still there, and MDA Week in the Ozarks is coming up. We want to introduce you to Jerry Bear with the Greater Ozarks chapter of Muscular Dystrophy. Jerry, thanks for being here. MDA Week is on the horizon, and you guys have a whole lot planned.
Next week, yes. It begins Monday of next week, the 26th of August, and it goes through Labor Day. We still want that connection to Labor Day, of course, because a lot of people remember the telethon like you just talked about. And beginning on Monday, every day, a sponsor will have a fundraising event, and it's also an awareness thing, too, for MDA. So we're looking forward to that. And again, it ends Labor Day about 6 o'clock.
Absolutely. For those that aren't familiar, they might have heard the term before. Explain what MDA is.
The Muscular Dystrophy Association. We were founded in the early 50s. One of our founding people was Lou Gehrig's widow. And ALS has been something that MDA has fought to find the cure for and to help people in the area with ALS. And our chapter came into existence in 1957. And since that time period, we have raised money, and we have clinic at Mercy Hospital. We still fund the camp program. We help people with equipment when we can. And the biggest thing we're doing right now is making some major strides in the research, and treatments are now available for people in the Ozarks with muscular dystrophy.
Very good. And is that where a lot of the money raised goes towards?
Well, part of it does, yes, and some of the other things I told you about. But right now, MDA has kind of transitioned into another phase. Everybody wants to know anytime they have a problem physically is, can it be fixed? And just it's been recently that a lot of the things that we have been trying to do with research-wise have actually happened. And we have people right now who are receiving treatments. And I've seen some amazing videos here recently about spinal muscular atrophy, which is called SMA. And it affects babies, and one of the biggest killers of it. And right now, we have, just in the last 3 to 5 years, there's been a treatment. And this little baby that had SMA, who normally might not live for 1 year, was dancing with a doctor when she was 3 years old. And so there are I've seen some of the best videos I've ever seen. And if we had a telethon right now, Jerry Lewis would be beside himself, because he would be seeing some things that he worked for decades to achieve.
Absolutely. And for those that aren't aware, just explain what muscular dystrophy does to the human body.
Well, it's devastating. There are 40 different types of neuromuscular disease, and but they all have a lot of the same system. It's this breaks down the muscle. If you have Duchenne muscular dystrophy, when you're a young man, it starts when you're about 3 or 4 years old, and over the course of your lifetime, it takes you from walking to being in a wheelchair. And but fortunately, with even Duchenne muscular dystrophy, when I first began with MDA in 1976, the life expectancy might not have been more than early teens. And now, there are people who are living into their 30s and even their early 40s.
It's been a few years since the telethon has ended.
Yes.
How have things been for the organization since the telethon has ended?
It's been an adjustment. I can't really say that we were ready to have it end, because how do you replace something like that? A lot of people don't realize that the telethon had a viewing audience of 100 million people at one time, back when there were 3 networks. 1 out of 3 people watched it. And to have a platform like that and to be able to tell people your message and then ask for their help was incredible. But we are beginning to change, and we realize that we had to change, and so we're doing some different things. And like MDA Week, I think with the help of Color 10 once again, we're going to get our message out, and people will have the opportunity to help us.
Now let's talk real quickly about some of the events that are going to be taking place during MDA Week. A lot of fun to be had, not just here in Springfield, but across the Ozarks as well.
First of all, we have on Monday we have Walmart Day, and they're hosting a mini golf tournament at Getaway Golf, and then Tuesday, we're going to have a lockup at the Bricktown Brewery, and that is hosted by the Mob. That's Masterminds of Biz, by the way, and we're having a lot of fun with that. And it's going to be very successful. Wednesday, Wilson Logistics is doing an event at Enterprise Park Lanes, and they're going to have one guy do a bowl-a-thon. And he's getting all kinds of sponsorships, and they're also going to do a raffle. On Thursday, we're doing another lockup down in Branson on a yacht, and that's the first time we've ever done that. Friday is Casey's Day. Casey's is an incredible sponsor for us, and all 130 stores locally are going to be doing a roundup through the month of September. And the Downtown Springfield Association is doing an event on Saturday, a roundup. Look for the signs. Sunday is Firefighter Day. 65 fire departments have been helping us this year, and then on Monday we end at Silver Dollar City. That's Silver Dollar City Day, and they're going to be honoring the firefighters with an ice cream social, and we're going to have a special presentation down at Echo Hollow where they actually let us do a Fill the Boot during the Southern Gospel Fest. All right. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Very good. Yeah, a lot of fun to be had, but of course it's all for a good cause.
Yes, and we sure appreciate all the help that the TV station has done for us. I've had the opportunity to be in this studio many times over the years, and it's been great.
Well, we'd love to have you back more times in the future for sure. Jerry, appreciate you coming in tonight.
And we appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. We'll be back with more right after this.